Hello and welcome back to the Mondoze channel. My name is Melvin and today I'm going to show you how to manage your Windows VPS right here in our cloud panel. As you can see here, there's some basic information such as the registration date, the first payment amount, and some other important information. So first thing you want to do is scroll down to VPS management, and here you'll be greeted with a bunch of icons each having their own unique functions. Now since we're running on a Windows OS, there's only going to be a few functions that are available to us, which I will mention right now. The first one being the host name, which that we cannot change because we're using a Windows OS once again, as it can only be changed by accessing the Active Directory. Second off, we have the change password, which basically allows you to change the password of the VPS. All you gotta do is type in a new password, retype it, and click on change password. Once you're done with that, you're gonna head over to the power options and reboot the system in order for it to work. Next up, you have the IPS, which basically allows you to select the primary IP. So if you click down here, it should have a drop down menu where you can see the IPs that you have and you can select them. Now if you have previously added multiple IP address, it should show up here, but since we're using a demonstration, it should only be one. So all you have to do is click on set primary IP and you should be good to go. Next up, you have the OS install, which basically allows you to install a clean version of the OS. All you have to do is select your version, and now you have two options. You can either type in a new password and retype it, or you can go ahead and select this key and it should automatically generate a new password for you. Just remember to keep a copy of this just in case you lose it, and after you're done with that, you can just click on reinstall. Next up, you have the monitoring, which basically allows you to monitor the resources that's being used by your VPS, as you can see by the information here. Before we go into the next one, it's important to note that the control panel is not available to us since we're using the Windows OS, as this is different from Linux, so I'll skip that for now. Next up, you have the logs, which basically allows you to view the logs of the VPS, as you can see the task that you've done, the date that it's done, and the status of whether it's successful or not. Next up, you have the timer for self-shutdown, which basically allows you to make your VPS automatically start or power off after you have entered the specified date, hours, and minutes. All you gotta do is click on save after you're done, and you should be good to go. Next up, you have the view VPS task, which is basically similar to the logs. As you can see here, here are the users, the task that you started, the action, and the status of whether they're completed or not. Now if you ever run to the problem where your task is not proportionate, all you gotta do is scroll out by one and it should go back to normal. Next up is the reverse DNS, which basically allows you to manage the reverse DNS by adding it after you successfully entered a qualified domain name. Once you're done with that, it should be traced back to this IP and you should be good to go. So that's basically it for the VPS management side. Now I'm going to show you how to access the Windows itself by using a tool called VNC. So this is how you're going to be accessing the VPS. All you gotta do is click on the launch client button. And it should launch the VNC here. You bring you to this interface. All you gotta do right now is click on this arrow key. And you should click on the first button to show extra keys, and here you should click on the final button so that you're able to unlock the desktop. All you gotta do now is enter the password given, and it should bring you into the VPS itself. Alright, so once you're in here, another thing that you can do is monitor the resources that's being used by the VPS. All you gotta do is go to the search bar and type in Task Manager. And you click on it. And from here, you can just view your performance, such as the CPU, and the memory, and the internet. But yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I will see you next time.